Well, let's go ahead and take our Bibles and get them ready in Psalm 138, verse number 7, so that we can tackle promise number 198. But before we do, I want to invite you to the Journey Baptist Church tonight at 6:30. We're going to have a great final study in a series called The Treasure Principle, and I think you will be blessed. I think you'll be encouraged. I think it'll help you in many ways that you might not fully understand from where you are right now, but I think that there's just the whole concept of the treasure we've been entrusted with is going to be a very big help to anyone who participates in this series. And so let that be an encouragement to you. Come on out tonight. You're invited. 6:30 at the Journey Baptist Church. It's not live streamed. It's only in person. And so we hope that you will. Now let's get on to promise number 198 in Psalm 138, verse number 7. And the promise is this: God promises to save us in the midst of our troubles. And I know that's hard for us to really put our mind around. Sometimes we really struggle to believe, especially when times are really tough. And that's the times that he's talking about. Is God going to deliver? Can he still deliver us? Has the trouble gotten too deep or too big for God to handle? These are some really tough things that we grapple with when we're going through difficult circumstances, that God's promises are true. And sometimes we just don't feel it, we don't see it. But God is asking us to trust him on his promise, take him at his word. In fact, let me read his word to you. Verse number 7 in Psalm 138, it says this: "Though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thy hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me." So it doesn't even matter if it's someone or a force coming at us, or something that we have fallen into, or even caused kind of a perpetual motion into a certain direction. God says that when we walk with him, when we turn to him, when we embrace him fully, he takes good care of us. So much of our perception about God, what's too hard for God, I should say, is based on us projecting human limits onto him. God tells us to patiently wait for him. We're always told to have patience, to allow his perfect work to come to that perfect result. We're an instant society. We're also a society that expects to get our way. We expect to get blessed. We expect everything to be better than it was before. And because of all those expectations, we make demands on God to perform at a level in which we actually have elevated ourselves to God. And so, listen, let's not project human expectation or human limitations onto him. Allow him to deliver us. Most of us don't wait very long before we lose our patience, our willingness to wait. But his promise is that not only can he deliver us, he can revive us from the worst situations. And that's what I want to encourage you with. Sometimes we get into those situations where we can't see how God could be good in this. We can't see how he can make it work. We can't fathom the idea that he is allowing this to happen, and that it has actually a good result that can come from it if we'll trust him, if we'll obey him, if we'll walk with him. And so we take matters into our own hands and we do our own thing. And that's too bad, because God has a plan and a perfect result from all of it. All our plans do is hurt others, they hurt us, and they limit what God wants to give to us. He will reward us if we trust him. He will take care of us if we'll allow him to. Don't give up on waiting on the Lord. His promises come true. And so allow his promise to come true for you. Hope that helps. Enjoy a great rest of your day.